What's going on, everybody? It's Jack here with Suburban Tactical Nation. It's been a while since I made a video, but I got a mail call, another Civivi. Stick around and I'll show you what's inside. Alright, let's get this thing opened up. This year is quite the Civivi year, I guess, especially for me, because I don't think I've purchased so many in one year than this year, and I'm probably not going to be done. There's still a few that I have my eye on, slated for some more in the summer and fall release. I'm sure you're all getting a good look at it through all the uploads and live streams we got going on over at the Blade Show down in Atlanta. We're going to open it up with the old Black Stallion by Off Grid Knives. I call it my Utilitank because it is just such a monster of a knife. One of my favorite Warncliffe style blades. This thing is a workhorse. The name is very fitting, the Black Stallion, on this thing. We'll do a review on this here real soon, along with my Rhino, which is actually one of my all-time favorite blades by Off Grid. Yeah, we'll jump into that later on here in the coming weeks. But let's go ahead and get this sucker open. Okay. It's actually in pretty darn good shape considering the package it comes in from Amazon. And you can see it is the Imperium. Kind of stoked on this one because of the steel that is on this blade, which is Nitro V. Oh, what do we got here? Okay. New sticker. You got your standard Civivi stickers they give you. And then looks like they gave you like the wee banter. They give you an aluminum. That's pretty cool. That is freaking awesome. I'm digging that. So you got your cloth. This is for those of you who've never seen Civivi or seen one unboxed. They give you a really nice microfiber cloth, similar to what Kaiser gives you with their logo, and you get your little warranty card information. And they give you a decent pouch. Okay. So to me, looking at this blade online, it seemed like it was just this huge knife. This long knife, kind of like the Kaiser bed glider. But this seems like it's a little more slim. And you can see it's the JG10, Natural G10, Ghost G10, whatever the hell you want to call it. I'm going to call it Jade. It is a front flipper, thumb stud, deep carry clip. Got some jumping right there. Looks like it's a little concave. That's pretty neat. Oh yeah. Now, what caught my attention on this one obviously was the Nitro V steel, and the fact that it's got multiple deployments. Plus, I'm kind of digging the front flippers when they make sense, and I haven't really had, I think I have maybe one front flipper in my entire collection. No, I take that back. I have 3, which is 2 of the Milea from CJRB, but I've yet to really get a front flipper like this. Looks like we've got the hidden lanyard right there, lanyard hole, kind of a split G10 backspacer there. That's pretty cool. Perfection on the fit and finish on this thing. But the other thing that caught my attention was, back to that, is the forward finger choil that we have on here. We have the finger choil and then the forward finger choil right there with a little bit for sharpening. And yeah, this thing just feels really good in hand. Really light. They pretty much milled out the maximum in there to reduce the weight. Yeah. The action is on point. Yeah, this is definitely worth it for me. Now this is probably the cheaper one out of all of them because they had some more contoured scales that I've seen that has like the shredded carbon fiber, and then they have some other variants that are, you know, G10 scales, but they come with some different colors. Haven't really looked too much into what's all out there. I did grab this on Amazon. There was only a few available. You had the shredded carbon fiber option with the gold flaking, and then you had the silver, and I think a bronze, but same exact knife, just some different scales. And the G10s are not as contoured as the other ones, but you've got some chamfering on the sides here, and looks like they did like a little cutout to look like a bolster there. Yeah, looks like they've actually CNC'd a little bit out around the edges there. So there is some texturing going on, some different layers where they've just trimmed it out. That's pretty cool. Civivi this year, they've added the T8s for the screws, which is awesome. What you would expect. Even the pocket clip, you've got the recessed screws, T8s as well, which is great. Now the clip itself is not countersunk in, but that's no big deal because the clips, they've made some major improvements on the clips, so that's nice. So let's see that front flipper action. Oh yeah, works for me. And the detent's really nice on this. Pretty sure this is on bearings. Sure, working it in a little bit will be a little more drop shut-y down the road, but nice and smooth, nice lockup per usual with Civivi. That looks a little early, but we'll see. Absolutely no blade play whatsoever. Very, very nice. Really liking this blade right out of the box. I mean, every Civivi I've ever had has had pretty much the perfect tuning right out of the box. Now I know not all will come that way. You know, they are production knives, of course, but Civivi just has this expected quality from them now. You know, there's really little to complain about on this company for these knives. There just isn't. You know, they've got a lot of simplicity, but they just have this finesse that they add to it, and this just Civivi quality that they have is to be expected. It's just, you know, you're going to get something good. Can't really beat these guys for their prices. I mean, I think with tax and delivery, this came in around 70, just over 70 bucks. So the other ones, they're pushing closer to, you got the Damascus blades on the shredded carbon fiber handles. I'll post links down in the description as always, along with the Amazon link plus the links. A few other places I'll throw down in there for you. You can check out. But this is the Nitro V steel. It looks like a bead blast, but it's a nice contrast along with these scales, I think. And you've got your C on the pivot there, which is pretty cool. I like that look on there. And you've got your satin other side on the pivot. You've got your, looks like the bead blast on the clip as well, and the hardware on the clips. On the clip itself, the hardware looks like it's actually bead blasted too. Can't really tell. Pocket clip, tip up, right, left only. So after handling this just for a very little bit, I can tell you I really do like this blade. It's actually impressed me. I did not think it was going to do that. I didn't think Civivi was capable of making it something even better than what I've handled up to this point with the riffle and the brazen, a few others. This one is definitely going to get some pocket time right away. Before I wrap this up, I'll just give you a couple things that come to mind, and that is the blade shape and the thinness behind the edge. And although this is a lot slimmer, it has a very similar thickness on the blade as the riffle, lightweight like the riffle, and behind the edge super duper thin, definitely a good slicer. Now you're getting more belly on the riffle, and it's definitely a more robust handle. The other one that comes to mind is pretty much the same blade shape, just in a larger form on the brazen, on the drop point here. This is definitely beefier through the spine, but comes to a thinner edge, just like the riffle and the Imperium. They all come to that nice fine thin edge, but this is definitely thinner throughout the blade than the brazen. And another thing is, although you have similar handle lengths, the brazen is definitely way more robust. It's pretty much the same thing as the Tonto version of the brazen. Same exact handles, thumb stud placement, blade length and everything, just different blade shape. But where this sets apart, like I said, is the thinness on the blade, and it just fits even better in the hand. So you're getting length of the blade, but you're getting more of a minimalist approach on it, I think, without being too small. You know, like for instance the Odium, fantastic knife, everything's done right on it, you know, super duper small knife, but it just feels right in hand, and it has a great blade shape on it. And granted, that's D2, these are 14C28N, which are all great steels, but then they kick it up a notch with the Nitro V. From what I understand, from what I've read, it's a great steel, good EDC steel, and it's going to be able to keep it maintained really easily, and sharpened, and be able to strop it pretty easily. I guess I'll find out the more I use it. It's going to be fighting for pocket space for sure. Alright guys, so I think that's going to wrap it up for this Civivi Imperium. Definitely another runner for one of the better knives of the year, at least I think. This is a pretty sweet knife so far. Hope you enjoyed the unboxing. Get to see what it's about for a minute, and as soon as I get some more time with this, I'll get the full review up for you, and we'll take it from there. Thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you on the next video, guys. Take care.